Hey guys, welcome back again. Here's another fat loss update. Apparently, I like this shirt because I wore it last time, I'm wearing it this time. At least it'll keep things consistent. But the results for the first week of doing the rapid fat loss protocol, or my version of it, was pretty good. I lost 1.5 pounds in 1 week, so I will take that. That is a good loss. I feel good. I had one day, I think Wednesday, where my energy levels were low, but other than that, once I ate dinner, everything was good. And then, next morning woke up with a lot of energy and stuff. So, yeah, even though it is fewer calories and different things, I still feel good. Rode the bike twice, only for like 10 minutes each. I was hoping for like 3 times, maybe even more. But in the morning, when I'm working out and I've got that morning, weightlifting session, I don't have time to ride the bike too. So, yeah, 3 times is probably going to be the max I do on that. The machine says I'm only burning like 60, 70 calories. It's probably even less than that because a lot of times those machines tend to overestimate the number of calories we're burning. So that definitely didn't account for the 1.5 pounds of loss. But splitting the workouts, I will keep doing that. I like it. I feel like I have good energy throughout both sessions. Whereas when I did like that really big session towards the end, the last, I don't know, third quarter, it was hard. It was definitely noticeable that I had to work harder to kind of get that same motivation to do each set and work hard. Um, Splitting it up, that's not an issue. I'm ready to go, and when I'm done, I still feel pretty good. So I'm gonna keep doing that. That's worked well for me. And what I want to talk about the rapid fat loss protocol is, again, we mentioned this before. It's a protein sparing modified fast. It's from Lyle McDonald, and he's got a book explaining all of this. I'll give you some of the details from it. I don't remember everything perfectly. Plus, I wouldn't want to give it all away since it's his material, and you can buy his book as well. He does some YouTube videos, and he's done different podcasts, and he's got one with Solomon Nelson on YouTube, and they keep mentioning if you put in discount code Mike has no tan, you get 10% off the books, and that can be stacked with other things too on the site. So go check it out. Bodyrecomposition.com, I believe, is his website. So his way of doing things, he kind of breaks people down into 3 categories based on body fat percentage. And so category 1, I'm sorry ladies, I don't remember what the exact numbers come out for women. Probably add like 7 or 8% to what I'm saying for the guys. So for guys, category 1 is 15% or less body fat percentage. Category 2, I believe, is 15 to 25%, and category 3 is 25 plus. And so based on what category you're in kind of determines how much protein you take in and how long you can do the diet for. So the leaner you are, so category 1, it's going to be a higher protein intake, plus you can only do the diet for a short amount of time before you need a little break from it and then can come back to it. Category 3, you need the least amount of protein and you can do the diet for the longest amount of time. And so this makes sense because the higher your body fat percentage is, that means you have more stored body fat or more stored energy on your body. And so your body can take from those stores to meet the needs while you're eating that very low calorie. If you're very lean, you don't have a whole lot, so it can only do that for so long. And so what a lot of people, the criticism they will make for this is that it's a crash diet and you can't do it forever, and then it leads to a lot of lean body mass or muscle mass loss. People a lot of times conflate both lean body mass and muscle mass. They're not the same. Muscle mass is a part of lean body mass, and for most people it's like 40 to 45%. Maybe if you're really lucky you can get up to 50% of your lean body mass is your muscle mass. The rest is organs, etc. So we can lose lean body mass and muscle mass when we go on crash diets or any kind of diet. That is possible. And the research showed that when they would put people on these 500, 800, 1,000 calories a day and that was it, people were losing a lot of muscle mass and lean body mass and fat. And they wanted to try to figure out, well, how do we maintain some of the muscle mass and lean body mass? And surprisingly, it seemed to have taken them a while, but if you want to kind of maintain muscle, you might want to make sure you're getting enough of what builds muscle, i.e. protein. And so that's where the protein sparing modified fast came from, is that they jacked up protein intake and they noticed they didn't have those same losses in muscle mass or lean body mass. And so for me, again, I lost 1.5 pounds this week. Can I say it was all fat and nothing else? No. Even using like a DEXA scan, you can't. It can't tell you whether it was muscle mass, lean body mass. I mean, you'll get some ideas about the fat mass, yes, but then some other part probably was lean body mass or even just food intake. So I mean, we have undigested food. Sometimes that gets out, so that could change things. So, and that's part of the reason why our weight can fluctuate so much on a day-to-day basis. But based on, I don't look any smaller, that's for sure. I haven't lost any strength in the gym. Actually, strength levels, keep going up based on I'm either able to add weight every week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, somewhere in that range, or add a rep to the exercise. So I mean, strength levels seem to be going up. With this diet, I was eating for those 5 days 1.5 grams per pound of lean body mass. So previously I was getting like 180 to 200 grams of protein per day. With that, it was 240 to 260. So all those things seem to suggest that I'm maintaining muscle mass at least, and probably most of my lean body mass. And then also the fact that I am working out. So sending that signal to my body to maintain muscle is important. That helps out in maintaining that stuff as well. And this kind of brings me to a little tangent. You have some of these weight loss clinics I'm not a big fan of. What you'll notice a lot of time with those is they're doing some type of crash diet where calorie levels are real low, but a lot of times they are purposely keeping protein levels low and they don't want people to exercise. And so you may be like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Well, it depends on the way you look at it. If you want to maximize fat loss while maintaining muscle mass, lean body mass, then no, that doesn't make any sense at all. You're doing exactly what we know will lead to huge losses in both. But if you're promising people they're going to lose X amount of weight in this certain time period, you don't really care if it's coming from fat, muscle, lean body mass. You want it from all those places as best you can to try to meet that goal and make people happy. And so it does work in that sense. But again, I would contend that if you end up losing a whole lot of just weight rather than fat, you can actually end up being more unhealthy at the end of it rather than when you started. So I would prefer to try to keep the muscle mass and just lose body fat. The other side of that too, a lot of times the way people want to look, it doesn't really coincide with the weight. They think, oh, if I'm at this weight, it'll be, but that's also assuming a certain body composition. And so that means a certain amount of muscle along with the fat to get that percentage there. And so that's why I think we want to be healthier. So we want to exercise in general. That's going to help out with health. Plus, it's probably going to help us to look the way we want to look, and that scale weight may not have to be down as far as you think. It might be more up here. So anyway, that's a quick update. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you got questions about anything, just let me know, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.